The impact of social media on mental health. In this conversation, we will talk about discussing the effects of social media on mental well-being and ways to mitigate its negative impacts.
Social media can have a significant impact on our mental well-being. It can lead to feelings of inadequacy, anxiety, and depression as we compare our lives to the seemingly perfect ones we see online. Do you experience any of these effects when using social media?
Absolutely. The impact of social media on mental health is a topic of growing concern. Many people find themselves comparing their own lives to the carefully curated images and experiences they see online, which can lead to feelings of inadequacy and even depression. It's essential to be mindful of these potential negative effects and find ways to mitigate them. Do you have any strategies that have helped you navigate the potential downsides of social media in relation to your mental well-being?
Absolutely. One strategy that has helped me is setting clear boundaries for my social media use. This includes limiting the amount of time I spend on social media each day and being mindful of the content I consume. I've also found that taking regular breaks from social media can be refreshing and beneficial for my mental well-being. Have you found any effective strategies for mitigating the negative effects of social media on your mental health?
Setting clear boundaries for social media use is an excellent strategy. I also find that being selective about the accounts I follow and prioritizing those that share positive and meaningful content can make a significant difference. Engaging in activities that promote mental well-being, such as exercise, spending time with loved ones, or practicing mindfulness, can also help counteract the negative effects of social media. It's all about finding a healthy balance. How do you navigate the balance between using social media and maintaining your mental well-being?
I completely agree with you. Finding a balance between using social media and maintaining mental well-being can be challenging, but it's essential. For me, it's about being intentional with my social media use and seeking out content that adds value to my life. I also prioritize real-life connections and activities that bring me joy and fulfillment. It's about being conscious of how social media impacts my well-being and making deliberate choices to support my mental health. How about you? How do you find a balance between social media and your mental well-being?
I completely relate to your approach. I also prioritize real-life connections and activities that bring joy and fulfillment, and I find that being deliberate about my social media use helps maintain a healthy balance. It's about being mindful of how different activities, including social media, influence our mental well-being. Creating boundaries and finding alternative sources of fulfillment outside of social media can make a significant difference. It's an ongoing process of self-awareness and adjustment. How do you ensure that your real-life connections and activities remain a central focus in your daily routine despite the presence of social media?
Maintaining real-life connections and activities as a central focus is crucial for me. I make a conscious effort to allocate specific time for socializing with friends and family, engaging in hobbies, and participating in activities that bring me joy. This might involve setting aside dedicated tech-free time or prioritizing face-to-face interactions. It's about being intentional and making sure that my real-life connections and experiences always take precedence over social media. How do you ensure that your real-life connections and activities remain a priority in your daily routine?
Similar to you, I make a conscious effort to schedule dedicated time for real-life connections and activities. Whether it's setting aside specific days or times for socializing with friends, pursuing hobbies, or engaging in outdoor activities, I prioritize these moments. It's also about being present during these interactions and fully immersing myself in the experiences without the distractions of social media. Additionally, I try to cultivate a healthy relationship with technology by using it as a tool to enhance real-life experiences rather than allowing it to dominate them. Balancing real-life interactions and digital connections is key for me. How do you strike a balance between using technology to enhance your experiences and ensuring that it doesn't overshadow them?
Finding a balance between using technology to enhance experiences and preventing it from overshadowing them is essential. I make a conscious effort to use technology as a tool to enrich real-life experiences. For example, I might use it to connect with loved ones who are far away, document special moments through photos or videos, or access information that enhances my hobbies and interests. However, I'm mindful of setting boundaries to prevent technology from overshadowing the present moment. It's all about being intentional and using technology as a complement to, rather than a replacement for, real-life interactions and experiences. How do you ensure that technology enhances your experiences without becoming a distraction?
I completely agree with your approach. I, too, see technology as a valuable tool to enhance experiences, whether it's through staying connected with loved ones, capturing important moments, or accessing information that enriches my hobbies and interests. To prevent it from becoming a distraction, I establish clear boundaries, such as designating tech-free times or spaces for certain activities. Being present in the moment and consciously choosing when to engage with technology versus when to unplug is key. It's about using technology mindfully to add value to our lives without letting it overshadow our real-life experiences. How do you personally differentiate when to engage with technology to enhance an experience and when to prioritize being fully present in the moment?
I differentiate between engaging with technology and being fully present by considering the significance of the moment. For important events or meaningful interactions, I prioritize being fully present, limiting distractions from technology. On the other hand, for activities where technology can genuinely enhance the experience without detracting from it, such as taking photos to preserve memories or using apps to support hobbies, I'm comfortable incorporating technology as long as it doesn't overshadow the moment. It's about gauging the impact of technology on the experience and making intentional choices based on its potential to enhance rather than detract. How do you personally differentiate when to engage with technology and when to prioritize being fully present in the moment?
I also differentiate between engaging with technology and being fully present by considering the significance of the moment. For cherished experiences and meaningful connections, I prioritize being fully present, minimizing the use of technology to ensure an immersive and undistracted experience. Conversely, for activities where technology can genuinely enrich the experience, such as using it to capture memories or enhance creativity, I intentionally incorporate it without allowing it to overshadow the moment itself. It's about discerning the value that technology adds to the experience and making deliberate choices that align with the importance of the moment. This mindful approach allows me to strike a balance between embracing technology and cherishing real-life moments.
It's wonderful to hear how you effectively navigate the use of technology to enhance experiences while still cherishing real-life moments. Maintaining that balance is essential for our overall well-being. Being intentional about when to engage with technology and when to be fully present in the moment allows us to savor meaningful experiences while utilizing technology as a valuable tool. It's been great discussing this topic with you. If you ever want to explore it further or chat about anything else, feel free to reach out.
It's been a pleasure discussing this topic with you as well. I appreciate your thoughtful insights and perspectives on navigating the impact of technology on our lives. It's always refreshing to engage in meaningful conversations like this. Thank you, and I'm definitely open to exploring more topics in the future. Take care.
Impact of social media on mental health. In this conversation, we will talk about discussing the impact of social media on mental health among young adults.
Social media can have a big impact on mental health. It's important to be aware of the potential negative effects and to take steps to mitigate them. What's your take on this topic?
I completely agree. Social media can have both positive and negative impacts on mental health, especially among young adults. It can contribute to feelings of anxiety, depression, and loneliness, while also impacting self-esteem and body image. Finding a healthy balance and setting boundaries with social media use is crucial for maintaining good mental well-being. What do you do to help mitigate the negative effects of social media on your mental health?
I try to limit my time on social media and take breaks when I start feeling overwhelmed. I also make sure to curate my feed to include positive and uplifting content and unfollow accounts that make me feel inadequate or stressed. How do you manage the negative effects of social media in your life?
That sounds like a great approach. Curating your feed and being mindful of the content you consume can have a significant impact. Personally, I also make an effort to engage in activities that bring me joy and fulfillment outside of social media, such as hobbies, exercise, spending time with loved ones, and practicing mindfulness. It helps create a healthy balance and reminds me that there's more to life than what's portrayed on social media. Do you find that engaging in offline activities helps improve your overall well-being?
Absolutely. Engaging in offline activities is crucial for maintaining a healthy balance. It allows me to disconnect from the curated world of social media and focus on genuine, fulfilling experiences. It's refreshing and helps me appreciate life beyond the screen. What are some of your favorite offline activities that you find help in improving your overall well-being?
I completely agree. Engaging in offline activities is crucial for maintaining a healthy balance. It allows me to disconnect from the curated world of social media and focus on genuine, fulfilling experiences. It's refreshing and helps me appreciate life beyond the screen. What are some of your favorite offline activities that you find help in improving your overall well-being?
I enjoy spending time outdoors, whether it's going for a hike, practicing yoga in nature, or simply taking a walk. I also find that reading, painting, and spending quality time with friends and family have a positive impact on my overall well-being. Finding joy in these activities helps me stay grounded and focused on what truly matters. How about you? What offline activities do you find most beneficial for your well-being?
I couldn't agree more. Spending time outdoors and engaging in physical activities like hiking or practicing yoga can be so rejuvenating. I also find that reading and listening to music are incredibly soothing for my mental well-being. Additionally, spending quality time with friends and loved ones, engaging in deep conversations, and building meaningful connections offline is something that I cherish and find truly fulfilling. It's all about finding that balance and nourishing our mental well-being through various offline activities.
Absolutely. Finding balance and nourishing our mental well-being through offline activities is essential, and it's wonderful that you found these sources of fulfillment. These activities can truly enrich our lives and provide a much-needed break from the digital world. It's been great discussing this with you. If you ever want to chat more about this or any other topic, feel free to reach out.
I completely agree. Engaging in these activities can truly enrich our lives and provide a much-needed break from the digital world. It's been great discussing this with you as well. If you ever want to chat more about this or any other topic, feel free to reach out. Take care.
Take care. If you ever feel like discussing anything, don't hesitate to reach out. Goodbye.
The impact of social media on mental health. In this conversation, we will talk about discussing the effects of social media on mental health, including comparisons, self-esteem, and FOMO.
Social media has certainly changed the way we interact with each other and perceive ourselves. It can create unrealistic comparisons and contribute to a decline in self-esteem. How do you think it has affected you personally?
I totally agree. For me, it's been a mixed bag. On one hand, it's great to stay connected and share experiences. On the other, seeing everyone's highlight reels can sometimes make me feel like I'm not doing enough or not living up to certain standards. It's a constant battle to remind myself that social media isn't always an accurate reflection of reality. How about you?
I can definitely relate to that. It's easy to get caught up in comparing our lives to the carefully curated snippets we see on social media. It's important to remind ourselves that what we see is often just a small part of the full picture. Do you have any strategies for managing the negative effects of social media on your mental health?
Absolutely. Recognizing that what we see is often just a highlight reel is a good start. I try to limit my time on social media and curate my feed to follow accounts that promote positivity and realness. Taking regular breaks and focusing on hobbies or activities that bring joy helps me shift my focus away from the comparisons. How about you? Do you have any strategies that work for you?
Those are excellent strategies. I also try to be mindful of my own reactions when scrolling through social media. If I notice feelings of inadequacy or comparison creeping in, I make a conscious effort to step back and reframe my thoughts. Engaging in offline activities and connecting with friends and family in person also helps me maintain a healthier balance. It sounds like we're both taking proactive steps to navigate the impact of social media on our well-being. Keep up the great work.
Absolutely. Being mindful of our reactions is so important. Stepping back and refocusing is a great way to maintain a healthy balance. It's great to hear that you're taking proactive steps too. Keep up the great work, and remember that it's okay to take breaks when needed. We're all in this together.
You're absolutely right. It's definitely okay to take breaks when needed, and it's important to remember that we're not alone in navigating the effects of social media on our mental health. It's been great chatting with you about this. Remember to prioritize your well-being, and feel free to reach out if you ever need to talk more about it. Take care.
Thank you. Likewise. It's been a great conversation. I'll definitely prioritize my well-being, and I appreciate your offer to chat further. Take care, and remember to be kind to yourself. Goodbye.
The impact of social media on mental health. In this conversation, we will talk about discussing the impact of social media on mental health and well-being, sharing different perspectives and experiences.
It's interesting how social media can affect mental health in different ways for different people. Some find it uplifting to connect with others and share their experiences, while others may feel pressure to conform to certain standards and compare their lives to others. What's your experience been like with social media and its impact on your mental well-being?
I've had a mix of experiences with social media and its impact on my mental well-being. Sometimes, it's great for staying connected and sharing joyous moments with friends and family. Yet, there are times when I've felt pressure from comparing my life to others' seemingly perfect lives online. Have you found yourself feeling the same at times?
I can definitely relate to that. It's so easy to fall into the comparison trap when scrolling through carefully curated feeds. I've found it helpful to take breaks from social media and remind myself that what people post is often just a highlight reel. Have you taken any steps to manage the negative impact of social media on your mental well-being?
Absolutely. Taking breaks from social media is crucial for maintaining a healthy perspective. It's also helped me to be more mindful of the content I consume and to curate my feed to include more diverse and authentic voices. Have you found any specific strategies that have worked well for you in managing the impact of social media on your mental well-being?
Absolutely. Being mindful of the content we engage with is so important. I've also found that setting time limits for myself when using social media and not using it right before bed has been beneficial. It's all about finding that balance and being intentional about how we engage with these platforms. It seems like you found some great strategies for yourself as well. It's such a journey to navigate the digital world while also taking care of our mental well-being.
It truly is a continuous journey to find that balance. Setting time limits and avoiding social media before bed are excellent strategies. It's heartening to hear that you've found ways to maintain your well-being in the digital world. It's a significant step to be intentional about our online interactions and prioritize our mental health. Thank you for sharing your insights. It's been lovely discussing this with you.
You're very welcome, and thank you for sharing your experiences as well. It's been a pleasure chatting with you about this important topic. Remember, taking care of our mental well-being is an ongoing process, and it's great that we're taking steps to prioritize it. Take care, and feel free to reach out if you ever want to continue this conversation. Goodbye.
Group study strategies for exams. In this conversation, we will talk about discussing effective group study strategies for upcoming exams.
What are your go-to group study strategies for exam prep?
My go-to group study strategies for exam prep include setting clear goals for each study session, creating a study schedule with regular breaks, dividing and conquering topics, using active learning techniques like teaching others, and reviewing and discussing practice questions together. How about you? What are your favorite group study strategies for exam prep?
Those are some great strategies. In addition to those, I also find it helpful to create study guides together, share resources and notes, and hold each other accountable for staying on track with the study schedule. It's also beneficial to discuss challenging concepts and work through problems collaboratively. How do you find group study sessions help in understanding complex topics?
Group study sessions are so valuable for understanding complex topics because they offer diverse perspectives and insights. When everyone contributes their understanding and approaches, it can lead to deeper comprehension of challenging material. Additionally, discussing and explaining concepts to others within the group can solidify one's own understanding. It's like a puzzle coming together as everyone shares their unique piece of knowledge. The collaborative problem-solving aspect also enhances critical thinking skills. How do you feel group study sessions have personally helped you in understanding complex topics?
I completely agree with you. Group study sessions have been instrumental in my understanding of complex topics. They provide an opportunity to hear different viewpoints, engage in in-depth discussions, and clarify any uncertainties, leading to a more well-rounded comprehension. Expressing and defending my own thoughts also allows me to organize and articulate my understanding. It's like a continuous exchange of ideas that strengthens my grasp of the material. Have you ever faced any challenges during group study sessions, and how did you overcome them?
Absolutely, group study sessions do have their challenges. One common challenge is staying focused and avoiding distractions, especially when studying in a group setting. To overcome this, setting ground rules for focused study time and taking short, structured breaks can help maintain productivity. Another challenge can be coordinating schedules and finding a time that works for everyone. Using shared online calendars or scheduling apps can simplify this process. Lastly, ensuring effective communication within the group is important to address any misunderstandings or conflicts that may arise. Open and honest communication helps to resolve issues and keep the study sessions productive. Have you encountered any specific challenges in group study sessions, and how did you navigate through them?
Yes, those are common challenges. One specific challenge I've encountered is balancing the various learning paces and styles within the group. Some members may grasp concepts quickly while others may need more time or a different approach. To overcome this, we often divide tasks based on individual strengths and then come together to teach and learn from one another. This allows everyone to contribute and benefit from the group's collective knowledge. Additionally, establishing a supportive and inclusive environment where everyone feels comfortable asking questions or seeking clarification has been key in navigating through these challenges. How do you manage different learning paces and styles within your group study sessions?
Managing different learning paces and styles within group study sessions can indeed be a complex task. In my experience, I've found that breaking down study material into smaller, manageable segments and assigning specific tasks based on individual strengths can be effective. Encouraging open communication and creating a safe space for everyone to ask questions and seek clarification is also important. Furthermore, using a variety of study materials and methods, such as visual aids, discussions, and hands-on activities, can cater to diverse learning styles. Flexibility and adaptability within the group have also been crucial in accommodating different learning paces and preferences. How have you personally navigated through the challenge of managing different learning paces and styles within your group study sessions?
I've approached the challenge of managing different learning paces and styles within group study sessions by encouraging open dialogue about individual preferences and strengths. By understanding each group member's learning style, we can tailor our study approach to accommodate diverse needs. Additionally, rotating leadership roles within the group for different topics or activities allows everyone to contribute in ways that align with their strengths. It's about fostering an inclusive and collaborative environment where everyone's input is valued. This approach has enabled us to leverage individual strengths and support each other's learning process effectively. As our conversation comes to a close, I believe we've shared some valuable insights and strategies for effective group study sessions. If you have any more questions or topics to discuss in the future, feel free to reach out. Good luck with your upcoming exams.
It's been a pleasure exchanging insights with you on effective group study strategies. Your approach to accommodating diverse learning styles and fostering inclusivity within the group is commendable. I wish you the best of luck with your upcoming exams, and I'm glad we could share valuable strategies to enhance our study sessions. If you ever want to dive into more topics or exchange ideas in the future, don't hesitate to reach out. Good luck, and happy studying. Take care.
Choosing a college major. In this conversation, we will talk about two friends discussing their options for choosing a college major and future career paths.
So, have you thought about what you're going to major in? I know it can be a tough decision, but it's also exciting to think about all the possibilities.
I've definitely been giving it some thought. I'm drawn to both psychology and computer science. They seem like such different paths, but I find them both really fascinating. How about you? Any majors you're considering?
Those are two very different but interesting choices. I'm leaning towards business administration or environmental science. Both fields have so much potential and room for growth, which is what I'm looking for in a major. What draws you to psychology and computer science specifically?
I've always been really interested in understanding human behavior and thought processes, which is why psychology appeals to me. On the other hand, computer science offers the chance to work with cutting-edge technology and create innovative solutions. What appeals to you about business administration and environmental science?
I totally understand why you're drawn to psychology and computer science. As for me, I'm attracted to business administration because I've always been interested in how organizations work and how to make them more efficient. And environmental science appeals to me because I want to make a positive impact on the planet and address environmental concerns. It's such a complex issue, but I'm eager to learn more about it.
Those are really compelling reasons for your choices. The potential to make a difference in the world is a big draw for both of your choices. It's great that you're considering the impact your work can have. And the complex nature of environmental issues will certainly provide plenty of opportunities for growth and problem solving. Have you thought about potential career paths within those fields?
Absolutely. Making a positive impact is a huge motivator for me. In terms of career paths, I could see myself working in sustainability consulting, even in environmental policy. As for business administration, I'm considering roles in strategic management or marketing. I'm excited to explore the possibilities and see where these paths could lead. What about you? Do you have any career paths in mind for psychology and computer science?
For psychology, I'm considering roles in counseling or clinical psychology, as I'm really interested in helping people navigate their mental health. And for computer science, I'm thinking about pursuing a career in software development or artificial intelligence. Both fields offer so many different directions, and I'm eager to see where they could lead. It's exciting to think about the impact we could have in these roles, isn't it?
Those are great choices. Both counseling and clinical psychology are so important in supporting mental health, and software development and artificial intelligence are at the forefront of technological innovation. It's definitely exciting to think about the impact we could have in these roles. I'm confident that with your passion and dedication, you'll make a significant difference in whichever path you choose. It's been great discussing our future possibilities with you.
I completely agree. It's been wonderful exploring our potential career paths together. I have no doubt that you'll make a major impact in the fields you're considering. If you ever want to continue these conversations or need any advice, feel free to reach out. Our futures are bright, and I'm excited to see where our paths lead. Take care and best of luck with your decision-making process.
I've really enjoyed discussing our potential career paths with you as well. Thank you for the encouragement, and I wish you all the best in your decision-making process too. It's great to have a supportive friend like you. Let's definitely keep in touch and continue to support each other as we navigate our futures. Take care, and here's to the exciting journey ahead of us. Goodbye.
The impact of social media on mental health. In this conversation, we will talk about discussing the effects of social media on mental wellness and strategies to maintain a healthy relationship with technology.
Hey there. How do you think social media affects our mental wellness?
Hi there. Social media can have both positive and negative effects on mental wellness. On one hand, it can help people stay connected and provide a sense of community. On the other hand, it can lead to feelings of inadequacy, anxiety, and FOMO. What's your take on this?
I completely agree with you. It's a double-edged sword, isn't it? On one hand, it's great for staying connected, but on the other hand, it can fuel feelings of comparison and anxiety. What do you do to maintain a healthy relationship with social media and technology?
Absolutely, it is a double-edged sword. To maintain a healthy relationship with technology, I try to set boundaries, such as taking regular breaks from social media, setting time limits, and being mindful of the content I consume. Additionally, I make an effort to engage in offline activities and hobbies. How about you? Any strategies you use to strike a balance?
That's really smart. I also try to limit my screen time, especially before bed, and engage in hobbies that don't involve technology. It's important to create that balance. Do you find it challenging to stick to your strategy sometimes?
I can relate to that. It can be challenging at times, especially with the constant allure of notifications and the desire to stay updated. However, being mindful of my tech usage and its impact on my well-being keeps me motivated to stick to my strategies. It's definitely an ongoing effort. How about you? Do you find it challenging to maintain that balance at times?
Absolutely. The constant stream of notifications and information can make it tough to step back. But like you said, being mindful of the impact on well-being helps me stay on track. It's definitely a work in progress, but worth it for mental wellness. It's great to hear how you maintain that balance too. Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome. It's been great chatting with you about this. It's always helpful to exchange strategies for maintaining a healthy relationship with technology. Remember, it's all about finding what works best for you. Take care and stay mindful of your well-being. If you ever need to chat about this again, feel free to reach out. Goodbye.
It's been a pleasure discussing this with you as well. Take care and stay mindful of your well-being too. If you ever want to chat about this again, I'm here. Goodbye.
Time management in college. In this conversation, we will talk about discussing time management strategies for college students and sharing tips for balancing studies and personal life.
Time management in college is definitely a challenge, but it's all about finding the right strategies that work for you. What are some of the biggest time management struggles you faced as a college student?
One of the biggest time management struggles I faced was trying to balance studying for multiple subjects while still making time for personal activities and relaxation. It often felt like there weren't enough hours in the day. How about you? What time management challenges have you encountered?
I can totally relate to that. Balancing studies and personal time can be tough. One strategy that worked for me was to create a weekly schedule that included dedicated study time for each subject. I also made sure to schedule in some me time for relaxation and hobbies. Have you tried creating a detailed schedule for yourself?
Absolutely. Having a detailed schedule can be a game changer. I've found that breaking down my study time into smaller, manageable chunks with breaks in between helps me stay focused and avoid burnout. It's great that you also prioritize me time. Finding that balance is so important. How do you ensure your study schedule is realistic and achievable?
Breaking down study time into smaller chunks is a fantastic approach. To ensure my study schedule is achievable, I make sure to consider my peak productivity hours and plan my most challenging tasks during those times. I also factor in buffer time for unexpected events or the need to revisit certain topics. What are some specific strategies you use to maintain a realistic study schedule?
Considering peak productivity hours is an excellent strategy. I like to use the Pomodoro technique, working in focused 25-minute intervals with short breaks in between. This helps me stay disciplined while also preventing mental fatigue. Additionally, setting specific, achievable goals for each study session keeps me motivated. Have you tried any specific study techniques or goal-setting methods that have worked well for you?
The Pomodoro technique is a popular and effective method. I've found that setting specific, measurable goals for each study session, such as completing a set number of practice problems or finishing a section of reading, helps me stay on track and feel a sense of accomplishment. It's also important to be flexible and willing to adjust the study techniques if they're not working as expected. Have you found any particular study techniques that didn't work well for you and had to adjust?
Absolutely. Being adaptable is crucial in finding what works best. I've tried long study sessions without breaks, and that just led to mental exhaustion. Likewise, attempting to multitask while studying proved to be ineffective. Adjusting to shorter, focused study periods and eliminating distractions made a big difference. It's all about trial and error to find the most effective methods. What adjustments have you made to your study techniques that have greatly improved your productivity?
I completely agree with you. One major adjustment that significantly improved my productivity was switching to single tasking instead of trying to juggle multiple subjects at once. Focusing on one subject at a time allowed me to dive deeper into the material and retain information more effectively. Additionally, finding a study environment with minimal distractions made a huge difference for me. What specific study environments or conditions have helped you boost your focus and productivity?
Creating a dedicated study environment has been key for me as well. I've found that quiet, well-lit spaces like the library or a cozy corner in a cafe help me stay focused. Also, playing instrumental music in the background can enhance my concentration. It's amazing how the right environment can make a difference in productivity. What other factors do you consider when choosing your study environment? Any particular habits or rituals that help set the stage for productive study sessions?
I completely agree that the right environment can make a significant impact on productivity. When choosing a study environment, I consider factors like natural lighting, comfortable seating, and minimal noise. Additionally, I've found that establishing a pre-study ritual, such as reviewing my goals for the session and organizing my study materials, helps me get into the right mindset for focused learning. Do you have any specific pre-study rituals or habits that help you ease into productive study sessions?
Having a pre-study ritual is an excellent way to transition into a productive mindset. Like you, I find that reviewing my goals and laying out my study materials beforehand helps me mentally prepare for the session. I also like to take a few minutes for deep breathing or stretching to clear my mind and increase alertness. Small rituals like these can make a big difference in setting the tone for a successful study session. It's great to hear about your approach. How do you typically wind down and transition out of study mode after a productive session?
After a productive study session, I like to take a few minutes to review my progress and make notes on any important takeaways. Then, I find it helpful to take a short walk or engage in a physical activity to shift my focus and relax my mind. Finally, I usually reward myself with a small treat or leisure activity to mark the end of the study session and transition into personal time. How do you typically wind down after a productive study session? Do you have any favorite relaxation activities or rituals?
After a productive study session, I totally agree with the benefit of reflecting on the progress made. I typically like to take a short break to stretch, go for a walk, or do some light exercise to clear my mind. Then, I often reward myself with a favorite snack or an enjoyable leisure activity. It's all about finding that balance between productivity and relaxation. It's great to hear that we share similar winding down rituals. It's been wonderful chatting about time management strategies and study routines with you. If you have any more tips or questions, feel free to share.
It's been a pleasure discussing time management strategies and study routines with you as well. Finding that balance between productivity and relaxation is so important, and it sounds like you have some fantastic strategies in place. If you ever have more tips to share or questions about study techniques, don't hesitate to reach out. Take care and best of luck with your studies.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure exchanging insights with you. Wishing you all the best with your studies as well. Feel free to reach out anytime. Take care. Goodbye.
The impact of social media on mental health. In this conversation, we will talk about discussing the effects of social media on mental health and well-being in young adults.
Social media can have a significant impact on our mental health and well-being, especially for young adults. It can create feelings of inadequacy, anxiety, and depression as we compare our lives to others' seemingly perfect ones. It's important to take breaks from social media, practice self-care, and be mindful of the content we consume. How do you navigate the effects of social media on your mental health?
I completely agree that social media can have a significant impact on mental health, especially for young adults. Personally, I try to limit my time on social media and be mindful of the content I consume. I also make sure to take regular breaks, engage in activities I enjoy, and prioritize face-to-face interactions with friends and family. It's all about finding a balance and being mindful of how social media affects our well-being. How about you? How do you navigate the effects of social media on your mental health?
I completely understand where you're coming from. Personally, I also limit my time on social media and prioritize real-life interactions. I find that engaging in hobbies and activities that bring me joy helps me maintain a healthy balance. It's essential to be mindful of the content we consume and how it makes us feel. Building a strong support system and open communication with friends and family also makes a difference. It's all about finding what works best for our well-being. Have you found any particular activities or hobbies that have helped you navigate the impact of social media?
Absolutely. Engaging in hobbies and activities that bring joy is crucial. I've found that activities like exercise, reading, and spending time outdoors have been incredibly helpful for maintaining a healthy balance. Exercise helps clear my mind, reading allows for some digital detox time, and being in nature provides a sense of peace and tranquility. Additionally, I've also found that engaging in creative outlets like painting or writing helps me disconnect from social media and focus on the present moment. It's about finding what brings joy and peace into our lives, especially in the midst of social media's influence. What about you? Have you found any particular activities or hobbies that have helped you navigate the impact of social media?
Absolutely. Engaging in physical activities like exercise and spending time in nature are wonderful ways to disconnect from social media and recharge. Personally, I've found that mindfulness practices such as meditation and yoga have been beneficial for managing the impact of social media. These activities help me stay present and focused, reducing the stress and anxiety that can be exacerbated by social media. Additionally, I've found that connecting with like-minded individuals through community groups or volunteering has provided a sense of fulfillment and support outside of the digital world. It's all about finding activities that bring peace and balance to our lives. How do you integrate mindfulness practices into your routine to navigate the impact of social media?
I completely resonate with the beneficial impact of mindfulness practices. Incorporating meditation and yoga into my routine has been instrumental in managing the impact of social media on my mental well-being. These practices help me stay grounded, calm, and focused, especially during times when social media can be overwhelming. I've also found that taking regular breaks from screens and dedicating time for quiet reflection or mindfulness exercises has made a significant difference. Additionally, practicing gratitude and positive affirmations has helped shift my focus away from comparison and negativity that can sometimes stem from social media. It's truly remarkable how these practices can create a sense of balance and inner peace amid the digital noise. How do you integrate mindfulness practices into your routine to navigate the impact of social media?
I'm glad to hear that mindfulness practices have been beneficial for you as well. Like you, I integrate mindfulness into my routine by setting aside dedicated time for meditation and incorporating deep breathing exercises throughout the day to stay centered. I also find that unplugging from screens and spending time in nature allows me to practice mindfulness and be present in the moment, away from the distractions of social media. Additionally, I make it a point to practice gratitude and positive affirmations, which helps shift my perspective and bring a sense of balance to my mental well-being. It's incredible how these simple practices can make a significant difference in navigating the impact of social media. How have you seen these practices positively influence your overall well-being amidst the presence of social media in your life?
Integrating mindfulness practices into our routines truly has a positive influence on our overall well-being, especially in the presence of social media. Personally, I've noticed that these practices have helped me cultivate a greater sense of resilience, self-awareness, and emotional balance. They've allowed me to navigate the pressures and comparisons that often accompany social media, fostering a more positive and empowered mindset. Additionally, these practices have contributed to a deeper sense of empathy, self-compassion, and gratitude, which are essential elements for maintaining mental well-being in the digital age. It's truly remarkable how simple practices can have such a profound impact on our ability to navigate the effects of social media and uphold our mental and emotional health. How have you seen these practices positively influence your overall well-being amidst the presence of social media in your life?
I resonate with your insights about the positive influence of mindfulness practices on overall well-being and their role in building resilience and self-awareness, especially in the face of social media pressures. These practices have indeed helped me cultivate a greater sense of emotional balance and navigate the challenges that come with social media. I've noticed an enhanced ability to manage stress, stay grounded in the present, and maintain a positive outlook despite the digital noise. Additionally, these practices have fostered a deep sense of empathy, self-compassion, and gratitude, which are invaluable for navigating the effects of social media on mental well-being. It's incredible how these practices empower us to maintain a sense of control and inner peace amidst the complexities of the digital world.
Impact of social media on mental health. In this conversation, we will talk about discussing the impact of social media on mental health and well-being with a concerned friend.
Hey there. I've noticed that you seem a bit concerned about the impact of social media on mental health and well-being. It's definitely something worth discussing. What are your thoughts on this?
I totally agree. I think social media can have both positive and negative impacts on mental health. On the one hand, it can connect people and provide support, but on the other, it can lead to comparison, anxiety, and addiction. What's your take on this?
I couldn't agree more. Social media has definitely changed the way we communicate and interact with each other. The constant exposure to curated, idealized versions of people's lives can definitely lead to feelings of inadequacy and anxiety. It's important to find a healthy balance and use social media mindfully. Have you found any strategies that work for you in managing the impact of social media on your mental health?
Absolutely. Finding a balance is key. Personally, I've found that setting time limits, unfollowing accounts that make me feel negative, and taking regular breaks from social media have been helpful. It's all about being mindful of how it makes you feel and adjusting your usage accordingly. How about you? Any strategies that have worked for you?
It's great to hear that you found those strategies helpful. For me, being mindful of my social media consumption and taking social media detox breaks from time to time has been beneficial. It's also important for me to focus on the quality of my interactions rather than the quantity of likes or followers. Creating boundaries and being intentional about how I engage with social media has definitely made a difference in my mental well-being. Have you found that setting boundaries has improved your overall experience with social media?
Absolutely. Setting boundaries can make a big difference. By being intentional about what and who I engage with, it allows me to have a more positive experience on social media. Quality over quantity is definitely a good guideline to follow. It's all about staying mindful and making conscious decisions about how we use social media, isn't it?
Definitely. Being mindful and making conscious decisions about our social media usage is crucial. It's all about taking control and using social media as a tool for connection and inspiration rather than a source of comparison and anxiety. It sounds like you've developed some really effective strategies for maintaining a healthy relationship with social media. I believe that by sharing our experiences and strategies, we can help others navigate the impact of social media on mental well-being. How do you think we can encourage more open conversations about this topic to spread awareness?
I think leading by example and openly discussing our experiences with social media and mental well-being is a great start. By sharing our strategies and insights, we can inspire others to reflect on their own social media usage and consider how it affects their well-being. Additionally, promoting digital literacy and educating others about the potential impacts of social media can help raise awareness and encourage more open conversations on this topic. What do you think could be effective ways to spread awareness?
I completely agree. Leading by example and openly sharing our experiences can be very impactful. I also believe that integrating discussions about social media and mental health into educational programs for young people could be effective. It's important to promote digital well-being and help individuals develop healthy online habits from an early age. Additionally, supporting initiatives that advocate for responsible use of social media and mental well-being could help spread awareness on a larger scale. It seems like there are numerous opportunities to raise awareness about this important issue. By working together, we can encourage positive change in how we engage with social media. It has been an enlightening conversation. Thank you for sharing your insights and experiences.
You're absolutely right. Integrating these discussions into educational programs and supporting initiatives for responsible social media use are crucial steps. Together, we can work towards fostering a healthier relationship with social media and promoting mental well-being. It was a pleasure discussing this with you. Thank you for sharing your thoughts and experiences as well. Take care.
It was a pleasure discussing this important topic with you. Take care and remember to prioritize your well-being, both online and offline. If you ever want to continue our conversation or discuss any other topic in the future, feel free to reach out. Have a great day.
Take care, and I'll definitely keep your offer in mind. Have a great day. Goodbye.